Welcome back to Let Me Pull Your Coat. This week, it's Baby Doll. And tonight, we're talking about something modern culture lied to a lot of women about. It's attention. Because attention feels like power when you're young. Men calling constantly. Messages every hour. Free trips, compliments, followers. People telling you how beautiful you are every single day. And after a while, you start believing that attention means security, but it doesn't. Attention is temporary. And one of the coldest moments many women experience in life is realizing the attention eventually slows down while the emotional consequences remain. And if you've been listening to true tales from the Let Me Pull Your Coat podcast bonus episodes, then you already know the deeper truth. A lot of women did not lose themselves overnight. They slowly traded peace for validation until they no longer recognized their own life. Before we get into these questions, go to letmepullyourcoat.com. Leave a voice message. Check the Your Post page. Read the reviews page. Leave a review. Watch the video page. There you'll find everything from Silk's favorite guns to him cooking dinner. And make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to True Tales from the Let Me Pull Your Coat podcast on YouTube. Those true stories that connected to the exact situations we discuss here every week. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Fanbase, X, TikTok, and YouTube. And shout out to everybody supporting through the Buy Me a Coffee app and Cash App. Our Cash App is $MasterSilk. Easy, you're helping keep the mic hot and the stories honest. First, we have Elise from Oslo, Norway. She says she divorced her husband after years of social media and friends convincing her she deserved a more exciting life. Now she is 42, single, emotionally exhausted, and regrets leaving the stability she once had. Elise, that story is becoming more common than people realize. Modern culture has convinced a lot of people that peace is boring. That stability means settling. That excitement is more important than consistency. And social media constantly reinforces the illusion that there is always something better waiting around the corner. But what people rarely show online is the emotional cost of constantly chasing excitement. A stable relationship does not always create butterflies every day. Real love often looks ordinary from the outside. Bills together, quiet nights, routine, reliability. And because social media glorifies constant stimulation, many people slowly become emotionally dissatisfied with normal happiness. Then one day they leave something stable chasing a fantasy, only to realize too late that peace was the luxury, not excitement. Now we have Mariah from Houston, Texas. She says she built her confidence almost entirely around male attention and now struggles emotionally whenever she feels ignored or overlooked. Mariah, that is one of the biggest psychological dangers of modern attention culture. People start outsourcing their self-worth. Every compliment becomes emotional validation. Every message becomes reassurance. Every romantic pursuit becomes proof they still matter. But eventually, life changes. People age, trends change, attention shifts. And if somebody built their identity almost entirely around external validation, they panic once that validation slows down. That panic is why some people become desperate later in life. Not because they truly want love, but because they are terrified of feeling invisible. And invisible feels unbearable to people who became addicted to being constantly desired. That addiction quietly destroys self-worth because it teaches people to evaluate themselves based on reactions instead of reality. Next, we have Naomi from Cape Town, South Africa. She says she spent most of her 20s and 30s dealing with wealthy men because she enjoyed luxury and attention, but now feels emotionally disconnected from real relationships. Naomi, that's because transactional attention changes people emotionally. Because eventually you start wondering whether anybody actually values you or just enjoys access to you. And that question becomes heavier as time passes, especially when beauty and attention become central parts of someone's identity. A lot of women receive enormous attention in certain environments and mistake that attention for emotional security. But attention is not commitment. Attention is not loyalty. And attention definitely is not love. Many wealthy men enjoy experiences. That does not automatically mean they are building futures with the women involved in those experiences. And once somebody spends years existing inside transactional dynamics, genuine emotional connection can start feeling unfamiliar or even suspicious. That creates loneliness people do not talk about publicly, because admitting loneliness destroys the glamorous image. Next, we have Hana from Tokyo, Japan. She says she chased luxury experiences for years and now realizes she never built emotional stability for herself. Hana, that is another modern trap. People spend years building lifestyles instead of building themselves. Trips, restaurants, fashion, experiences, pictures, everything becomes external. But eventually there comes a quiet moment where somebody realizes they built an image without building inner peace. And inner peace matters because external lifestyles always fluctuate. Money changes, relationships change, looks change. The people who survive emotionally long-term are usually the people who built identity deeper than appearances, because eventually everybody has to sit alone with themselves. And if somebody spent years running from themselves through constant stimulation, silence becomes emotionally terrifying. Now we have Brielle from Atlanta, Georgia. She says she spent years rejecting boring good men because they did not create emotional excitement, but now regrets it deeply. Brielle, that is another lie modern dating culture sold people. Chaos gets mistaken for chemistry. Unpredictability gets mistaken for passion. Emotional instability gets mistaken for excitement. And stable men often lost to emotionally unavailable men because dysfunction creates stronger emotional highs and lows. A lot of women eventually realize the men who made them feel the safest were the men they overlooked while chasing emotional intensity. That realization becomes painful later, because by then many good men have already moved on, settled down, or stopped investing emotionally in dating altogether. People need to understand something. Peace does not always feel exciting in the beginning, especially to people emotionally conditioned to chaos. But long-term, peace ages much better than excitement. Next, we have Farah from Casablanca, Morocco. She says she is terrified of growing older because she feels modern society only values women for beauty and youth. Farah, that fear exists because modern culture constantly monetizes insecurity. Women are bombarded every day with messages telling them they must stay desirable forever. And social media makes it worse because everybody is competing against edited versions of reality 24 hours a day. But here's the truth nobody wants to say. Beauty attracts attention. Character sustains relationships. And women who spend years investing only in appearance often panic later because appearance changes naturally with time. That is why emotional maturity, intelligence, stability, and self-respect matter so much. Because eventually beauty alone cannot carry somebody emotionally through life. And many people discover that lesson far too late. Here are this week's shout-outs. Shout out to Kiara in Melbourne, Australia. Shout out to Denise in Detroit, Michigan. Shout out to Monique in Paris, France. Shout out to Talia in Kingston, Jamaica. Shout out to Amina in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Special shout out to everybody signing up for our newsletter. And major love to everybody supporting us through the Buy Me a Coffee and Cash App. Cash App is $Master Silk. You are helping this platform continue growing around the world. Here is your co-pull of the week. One of the saddest things modern culture has done is convince people that being desired is the same thing as being valued. It is not. Desire is temporary. Value lasts longer. And many women spent years chasing attention because attention felt powerful in the moment. But attention without emotional security eventually becomes exhausting because now somebody constantly needs reassurance just to feel worthy. That creates emotional dependency on validation. And once validation becomes emotional oxygen, people start making desperate decisions to keep receiving it. That is why so many people are emotionally burned out right now. They built identities around reactions instead of substance, and reactions always fade eventually. That is why peace matters more than performance. That is why stable love matters more than temporary excitement. And that is why many people eventually realize the life they mocked as boring was actually the life that could have protected them emotionally long term. The attention always slows down eventually. The real question is, who are you once it does? This is Baby Doll. Make sure you follow, subscribe, and leave a review. Go to letmepullyourcoat.com and explore everything. Voicemail your post page, reviews page, video page. And do not forget to listen to the bonus episodes, True Tales from the Let Me Pull Your Coat podcast. Because behind every true tale, there is usually somebody who ignored the warning signs too long. As always, we wish you much love and much respect. Until next time.